I sure hope that thing is recording. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't. This is about the 50th time I've recorded this. But nonetheless, welcome back, boys and girls, to Cromer Elementary Learning Online. I'm Granny Jones. I'm in the library right now. This is usually where I come at the beginning of every school year to help my granddaughter, Mrs. Jones. Sometimes she'll be here working virtually with you, and sometimes she's going to be at her home office working virtually with you. Now, we all need home offices, don't we? We need a quiet place to learn and to teach without distractions if possible. That's not always the case, but we do our best. So, what do I have to tell you today? I get to tell you about these newfangled contraptions called iPads. I hear you've been picking some of them up. In your bag, when you pick them up, you have writing material, whiteboards, iPads, an iPad block, and an iPad charging cord. Now make sure you charge that iPad every day after school, so you're ready for the next day, and especially make sure to charge it the day before the first day of school. Put the USB in to the charger like that. Don't forget to plug this into the wall. I've done that before, but I'm not as good at remembering as I used to. And you put this in here and you let it charge. Remember, this Sunday night, plug that in so you're ready for the first day of school. So these here are my notes from Mrs. Jones about what to remember to tell you. With this new iPad, you should open it up and use it as soon as you get it. That way you're familiar with it and you know a little bit about it. And if you have any problems, if you forget your passcode or password, you can contact Miss Jones. All you have to do is email her. tjones@fusd1.org. She may be a little slow because she's getting older like me, but she'll get back with you. I know she will. After this long break, she's ready to go. So this iPad's pretty handy. It has a nice case in it, and it has this really nice closure and a keypad. I hope you've opened them up already. The button to power on is right here on the side. Sometimes you have to hold it on. And when you first power it on, what you're going to see is this page right here, the home page. And it's going to ask you to enter your passcode. Now, a little trick that we've got. This is the kickstand to prop it up, but it also has your user number and your password right back there. So, if I was this student and I was turning on this iPad and I couldn't remember, it's my birthday. So since I was born in the year 1900, I would enter my birthday, which is 010100 for my birthday for the passcode. Now notice there's no slashes, and that last year or the year I only use the last two digits. And then all of my apps pop up. One thing you always want to make sure is that you're connected to the internet, and you see the little Wi-Fi code, those little arch signs up in the top right corner. When you're at school, your iPad will automatically connect to the school's Wi-Fi, but at home, you need to make sure you get connected to your own Wi-Fi. So you go to settings, and you go to Wi-Fi, and I know this is kind of hard to see, and you find the name of your Wi-Fi network, click on it, and log into that. And then you're raring and ready to go. So once you've done that, you see you have all kinds of fancy applications. Call those apps for short. And in those applications, there's two really important ones. One of them is called self-service. It looks like a little cube with a green and blue and red and yellow side, and you can click on that and it will show you all the apps that you can get. Now you may not need all of them, so don't be too hasty in uploading all of them. The other app that you're really going to want to pay attention to and is going to be your best friend right now is called Canvas. But I got to tell you a secret. It doesn't say Canvas. It says Student underneath it. It's white with a little kind of red star. Now the first thing that comes up when you click on that the first time is going to be, what's your school's name? Well, you might think Cromer. That would be right. However, we're going to type FUSD and the number 1. And we're going to hit go. And you'll see that it takes you to the FUSD Canvas login page. So for the first time you do that, you're going to scroll up and you're going to go to Student Website Login to Canvas. And you're going to click on that. Now it's going to ask you, what is your sign-in? And this is where you need your student ID. So my student ID is 600. So I type in, see this thing, 600 21787, and I hit next. It didn't find me because I need to make sure that I put in at FUSD1.org. It's going to sign me in, and the next thing I need to enter is my password. It's like my passcode, but it's a little different. So I am going to enter my birthday again, but this time I am going to enter with slashes. And I am going to make sure that I use the entire year. So 01/01/1900. Do I want to stay signed in? Yes, I do. And it's going to take me to Canvas. I want it to send me notifications, so I click yes. Now from here, I may need to add courses, but generally speaking, it will take you directly to your teacher's homeroom page. You need to make sure you find your teacher's homeroom page. In some cases, it may not take you directly to your teacher's homeroom page. If my homeroom teacher is Miss Will, it may pop up that I immediately can click and enter Miss Will's class, or in some cases, it may say 4th grade. I'll click on 4th grade and find Miss Will's name in the list of names, and I can begin to learn. Now, what's going to be on those pages? Good question. It's going to introduce you to your teacher. It's going to have class schedules on it. It'll have class expectations on it. It'll have how-tos and how-not-tos on it. And that is where you will do the main part of your learning. Now, like this contraption, they got newfangled words to go with it. And one is synchronous learning. And that just is a fancy way of saying live learning, direct communication with your teacher while they teach you something. Or it may be asynchronous learning, which means it's not direct learning, that you're not getting taught directly from your teacher, but that you're working on something else instead of interacting. 2 key words for this new fandangled learning. So, things that you need to remember. Teachers are working really hard on getting this up right now, so make sure you're patient with them, because we're all learning how to do this online learning. And make sure you charge your cord, your iPad. Make sure to get a good night's rest. Find your homeroom page for your homeroom teacher, and teachers will have these Canvas pages up by Thursday morning. Some of them may have them up even sooner than that, so keep checking, keep working on your iPad, and don't forget to reach out to Miss Jones if you have any questions. So, boys and girls, I wish that I could see you in person. And I hope that you do a wonderful job learning online. If they had had this kind of technology when I was your age, I swear I could have moved mountains, I could have built skyscrapers, I could have run the NASA, I could have done so many